The seemingly impossible has just occurred. Silver has touched $100 per troy ounce. Many people felt that silver would never run this high. Is silver really that high? What is $100? Will we see a rapid correction to $50 per troy ounce or lower? Or will we see the surge in silver continue? Will it go in dollars? Will it go in tens, 20s, hundreds? How rapidly might silver continue to surge? Or how quickly might it plummet? I'm looking at this from I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I know a lot of people in the past were accused of being such if they felt that silver was going to rapidly appreciate in value. I don't know. This video is for entertainment purposes only, and it should not be considered a recommendation to buy or sell silver, or any security for that matter. But the curious side of me, for entertainment purposes only, questions, well, is silver cheap at $100? Has silver had its run? Is it going to retreat rapidly? I'm not a fortune teller. There's a lot of clues that can be deciphered by performing casual research. Silver, industrial consumption, solar panels, nuclear reactors, standard electronics. The list goes on. Silver, alleged naked short positions. That sounds funny. Naked silver? What does that mean? Naked short silver. Well, here's a quick illustration. Let's say you're a financial institution, and we're going to use low numbers here to make it more visual. But let's say you've purchased 100 ounces of silver on paper, but in your vault, even though you've purchased 100 ounces, you've only got 20. Well, let's say that people demand physical delivery of that silver. All that you have in your vault is 20 ounces. So let's say all the people that are demanding, they're requesting 30 ounces. Well, you've only got 20, so you got to get 10 more. You don't have it in your vault. So to provide that physical silver that's being demanded, 10 ounces is required. Well, what does that mean? Well, to provide it, you got to have it in your physical possession. And that means that to get it, if you can get it, you're probably going to pay a premium because you will be paying whatever the current market price is for silver at the time of acquisition. So what I believe we're seeing here, well, obviously we're seeing a heightened demand for physical delivery of silver because people, for the most part, don't trust the financial markets. They want that tangible asset in their hands. So we're seeing an increase in that. But we're also seeing these large financial institutions that on paper possessed large quantities of physical silver actually didn't. Because in their vault, in the example I just illustrated, they only had 20 of the 100 ounces. I know these are small numbers, this is just for fun. But it goes to show that, well, they don't have it. So might these financial institutions be planning ahead? It's like, man, we should have bought more when it was only $50 an ounce. Might they be saying in a few months, man, we should have bought more physical silver when it was only $100 an ounce? Because those financial institutions are going to have to cover their naked shorts if people demand physical delivery of silver. And that means whatever that current market price is, assuming that they can purchase the physical silver, if there's enough supply available. So we're seeing a lot of institutions that are planning ahead, they're thinking ahead. They're trying to create a surplus of silver. Now that doesn't mean that they're going to have in their possession 100% of what they have on paper, but those institutions are likely going to possess a greater percentage of physical silver than they did historically. Because historically, well, silver was kind of a laggard. It just traded sideways for a while. And there wasn't a lot of price volatility there. But now that we've seen the continued at the time of posting this video, the continued increase in price, which today, at the time of filming this video, silver hit $100 per troy ounce, briefly. At the time of filming this video, it may have come back up, but it hit it and then it retreated a little bit. But now those institutions are saying, man, we gotta think smarter here. We've got to evolve. We've got to be able to survive the current market conditions. And current doesn't just mean today. Current means a few months from now, a few years from now, a few decades from now. If they've got naked short silver positions, they're accumulating. But concurrently, you've got other types of big money. Big money. That's subjective, because big money to someone may be pennies to another person. But a lot of big money in the crypto space, cryptocurrency. Crypto, for the most part, and I mean, I know there's a ton of coins in the cryptoverse, but let's just look at Bitcoin, for example. Bitcoin has traded somewhat sideways for a while. People that are in possession of Bitcoin, they're probably becoming bored, and they're probably wanting to convert that Bitcoin into something tangible. Hey, there's silver. It's the poor man's gold. So there's that type of customer base. Then you've got the independent investors, people that they're not sophisticated investors. They're just Joe and Jane, I'm wanting to get some precious metals. But they're planning ahead because they see what potentially might be coming. So they're fueling the fire. They're buying silver. And all of these physical silver, this heightened physical silver acquisition, whether it's from an institution, whether it's from a very wealthy crypto billionaire, whether it's from Jane and Joe, just small-time fish, but when you've got potentially a few thousand of small fish, that can become significant. And all of this is reducing the physical supply of silver that's on the market. So whether it's in the hands of an institution, whether it's in the hands of a sophisticated investor, whether it's in the hands of just a Joe or Jane, just, casual investor throwing a few $1,000s here and there, it all adds up. And it's eating away at the available supply of physical silver. So when and if, and again, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but when and if silver really, people recognize that I wanted to buy some, but there's none available. It's not easy to go out, even if you got the money to buy it, you can't find it because it's not available. When and if that type of silver shortage becomes realized, I think that is when we will see silver price per, I was going to say share, but silver price per troy ounce, talking about the physical metal, not the ETF, the exchange traded fund, but the physical metal, I think we're going to see, who knows? I mean, I'm not a psychic. I can't predict the future. But looking at markets in general, whether it's silver or insert widget here, markets in general, when there's a shortage and there's demand, supply and demand, when that occurs and people have the paper money and they're willing to go out and drive, they may drive a few hundred miles to a shop that sells silver, but when they get there, there's no silver available to buy. At that point, it doesn't matter how much paper currency one has. If there's no silver to be obtained, then the value of silver becomes even greater and greater and greater. I don't think it's unrealistic, and again, this is for entertainment purposes only, but I don't think that it's unrealistic to see gold continue to surge. I mean, how far might gold go? I mean, people saying, $1,000 gold several years ago, they thought they were crazy. Now gold, and it may be, I haven't refreshed my phone, but it may be 5,000 or so now per troy ounce for gold. Well, hypothetically, let's say that gold hits $100,000 per troy ounce. At that point, even people that are buying fractional gold, it's limiting the investor base. I mean, you're probably not going to see a lot of unsophisticated investors acquiring gold at that point. And even fractional gold, because it's so expensive. So you're going to see silver be spotlighted even more because it's the poor man's gold. Well, if the actual gold, hypothetically, is trading at $100,000 per troy ounce, the poor man's gold, silver, I mean, what if it's trading at a measly $25,000 per troy ounce? Well, that's cheap. See, there's a lot of things about silver that people may not have pondered. And that's why I post these videos. I mean, I'm just here having a good time. Y'all know a lot more than I am. I'm just some guy from the Appalachian Ocean. I mean, what do I know? But y'all know a lot more than me, so comment below and tell me why I'm right, why I might be right, why I might be wrong. Again, this is just for entertainment purposes only. It's not a recommendation to buy or sell silver. It's not a recommendation to buy or sell security. I'm posting this video because this is a historic moment, not just for the United States of America, but this is a historic moment for the entire world. I mean, silver hit $100 per troy ounce. Is it going to stay above $100 per troy ounce? Is it going to correct rapidly? Who knows? But at the time of filming this video, this is a historic moment, and this moment was video worthy. So I appreciate your viewership. Subscribe to my channel and ring that bell when you do, and that'll notify you whenever I post another video. And check out all of my silver videos. It's a fascinating thing to research, and I hope you enjoy watching my videos as much as I enjoy filming my videos. Thanks for your viewership, and y'all have a good day.